This is why your miracle, what you're believing God for, has not come to pass. So that way you can break this thing and move forward faster. It's your favorite Dr. Honey, Dr. Faith Abraham, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be talking about something that is near and dear to my heart because obviously I have experienced it several times for a long time. Literally a thorn in my side, okay? And the interesting thing is, even within all my years of coaching and counseling and just working with people as a coach, this is something that a lot of my clients have had to deal with as well. So I wanted to make sure to bring you a video that can really help you so you don't have to be in this and experience this any longer than necessary. And we're talking about delay, what I've stamped as the spirit of delay. And we're going to talk about this in 3 different points, and the points are fairly loaded. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it to help you understand what I'm referring to when I say the spirit of delay. I'm talking about when you have a goal, when you have a dream, when you have a breakthrough or a miracle that you're looking to experience and you're looking to have, and it just doesn't happen. It's almost as if when you say, oh, I want XYZ to happen, XYZ runs away from you. Or it takes a very long time for XYZ to show itself, present itself, or manifest itself in your life. Or when you are about to do something really big and that's going to shift and change your life or your business or your career, and it's like it just literally separates from you, even if you saw or you were prompted to do that thing by the Spirit. This is the spirit of delay, where when you have something that is on your heart, and more than likely, I would say that it's God that gave you the dream, the vision, the idea, and you begin to execute, but the result that was promised to you or that you sensed was going to come does not come. And if it comes much later than anticipated. This is the spirit of delay. It can be broken, it can be dealt with, but there are different layers to it that we're going to discuss today. The first one is flat out, plain and simple. Let's take it to the spiritual plane. Warfare, spiritual warfare, whatever it is that God has given to you, directed to you, prompted to you, is very important, and it's going to shift the trajectory of your life, your thinking, how you show up, the way you carry yourself, so much that there is literal warfare that is hindering that thing from materializing and manifesting in your life. An example of this in the Bible is when Daniel prayed, and it took Daniel what we now know as the Daniel fast, the 21-day fast. He went on the fast because he had prayed something and he did not get the response. He did not get the answer to the prayer. And it was so crucial that he went on a 21-day fast where he didn't eat anything or drink anything that would give him pleasure or anything like that. He pretty much fruits, vegetables, water, nothing else for 21 days. Well, on that fast, after the fast was over, an angel came to him and said, hey, Daniel, your prayer, we heard it. The answer, I had it. I was coming to you. But the Prince of Persia came and started grappling with me, started warring with me so that I could not get that prayer's answer down to you. And obviously that fasting and that prayer that Daniel did helped to gain the advantage spiritually over the Prince of Persia so he could be removed, and the answer to Daniel's prayer, which was going to affect not only Daniel, but so many other people connected to him, really win and have success. This is spiritual warfare. You've prayed a prayer, you've asked God for something, you're believing for something, but literally there is opposition in the spirit that's holding back the answer that you are looking for, that you need, that is going to shift the trajectory of your life. So in this, you have to know that praying without ceasing is a must. Continue to pray, not in a way that is devoid of faith that the prayer has been answered, but rather praying in faith. The Bible says that you pray, you believe that you've received it, it's already done. So making sure that you stay in that posture of knowing that the answer has already been released, it's on its way, and you're just praying, knowing that God has given you the answer, and any opposition, anything that would hinder it, anything that would hold it back is broken, destroyed, and is no longer an obstacle. That's a very simplistic way of operating in spiritual warfare. If you feel like you need to go into prayer and fasting and even engage in the Daniel fast style, go for it. It will definitely work for you. For me, one thing that I use to break the spirit of delay is to sow a financial seed, usually to someone who is a mentor, who is someone who I admonish and look up to, who has poured into me or is currently pouring into me. And the seed, and I work the seed in my prayer, and I get results. The second thing that may be allowing delay in your life is internal factors. Internal factors like your past, like fear and doubt specifically. Actually, they're cousins. And when you see one, you see another. Fear and doubt really operate really well together, and they help to perpetuate you not seeing the manifestation of your prayers, of what you're believing. For those of you who may be new to my channel, when I say manifestation, I'm not talking about manifestation devoid of God. I'm talking about manifestation including God, including his purposes and plans for our life. In reference to Romans 8:15, the earth is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. That is where I'm coming from. Can people manifest without God? Yes, because we are created in his image and likeness, and it allows us to create as well. Our words have power, so we can speak a thing by faith, and because of the law of faith, it will come to pass. And that person doesn't necessarily have to acknowledge God, but I choose to acknowledge God in all that I do, and anything that I'm looking to be manifested in my life is by the will of God, by the grace of God, and for the glory of God. So understanding that there are those internal factors of fear and doubt that prevent the manifestation of what it is that you're believing for, or what it is that you desire, or what it is you sense God speaking to you, you have to now do the work. And most of the work is really going to come from making sure that your past and the experiences of the past, you don't take those things, even if it's intentionally or inadvertently, take those things and then project it onto your future. This is a surefire way for the manifestation to not come. This is a surefire way to block it, because if you're operating from fear, from doubt, then faith cannot be working. Faith and fear are not friends. They're completely opposite. And so wherever there's fear, there is not faith. Wherever there is faith, there is not fear. You literally have to be like the man in the Bible who said, God, I believe, but help my unbelief. So realizing that you do have that, and you are very attuned to taking events and situations and circumstances of your past that have happened to you before and projecting them onto your future. That is something a lot of us have to deal with, and a lot of us have to work through, but it is doable. So an easy way of working through this is number 3. And before I get to number 3, if you like this type of videos, if you like this type of conversation where we are using the law of faith, we are combining, literally seeing psychology and faith collide, then this channel is for you. Please go ahead and hit the like button. That lets YouTube know that this type of video needs to get out to more people so they can be positively impacted like you have. And of course, if you have not subscribed, smash the subscribe button and the notifications bell. That lets me know that you like this work and you support it so that I can keep bringing good stuff to you. I have in the description box below a workbook that you can grab a hold to that's going to really help you have that momentum and stay on the course and the flow of bringing forth the dreams, the visions, the ideas that God has put in your heart. Number 3 is external factors. And yes, number 2 was internal. Number 3 is external. Remember when the Bible said that others will say there's a casting down, but we will say there's a lifting up. This is external factors. A lot of people refuse to engage in faith on what God has called them to do just because of things that are happening externally. Sometimes it could be lack of support from your family and friends. It could be the economy. It could be a recession. It could be the area that you live in, or even your culture, your skin color could be something in opposition to what it is that God has given to you. But remember, God has no limits. He has no barriers. And if there is a delay on something God gave you, it's not God. It's something else that's going on. And it's our job to do the work, put forth the effort to make sure that spirit of delay does not sabotage or convolute what God has for us. So in this situation, you have to remember that the scripture I just quoted, and you also have to make sure that you're using such tactics as affirmations, speaking those things that be not as though they were, actively using your faith, casting down any vain thing and imagination that lifts itself or exalts itself over what God showed you, over what God told you. This is very important when you're dealing with the spirit of delay, because delay really wants you to pay attention to what you can tangibly see, what's happening in front of you. But faith, it has nothing to do with what you can see and everything to do with what you can grab a hold to in your imagination. On my channel, I speak a lot about visualization, what God spoke to Abram, and all the things that really help you to operate by faith. And another thing I can tell you is to inundate yourself with ideas, videos, testimonies that show the goodness of God, that help to build your faith and stir you up so that your faith is more than the fear and the release can come forth. I hope this video helped you out. Please let me know if you've had that experience of delay. I know I'm not alone. I know my clients aren't alone. I know a lot of people deal with this, but there is a way out. There is a way over. I want to hear from you. And of course, if you like this video and you've dealt with the spirit of delay, how did you overcome it? I know this is not an exhaustive video. I didn't share everything there is to it, but I did want to just give you a couple of layers and show you how to really overcome it. There's so much more for you. You're destined for so many things. Don't allow the situations and the experiences of the past to stop you from being everything you are meant to be, seeing everything that you're meant to see, and tasting and seeing that the Lord is good. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and I'll talk to you and see you there.